I'm currently in the process of upgrading the hard drives in my Unraid server, but I needed 2 more to finish that upgrade. I was looking for 12TB drives, but I came across these on offer, so I got these instead. Now because these are 14TB and they are larger than my 12TB parity drive, I will have to replace my parity drive with one of these. When I'm shopping for hard drives, I do tend to favour Seagate over Western Digital, and this is mostly because the Seagate drives are 7200 RPM versus what you normally get in the red line from Western Digital, or the white label red drives that you can shuck out of external drives, which are 5400 RPM. It's not a great deal of difference in speed between 54 and 7200 RPM, but if I can get an extra 20 megabytes a second, I'm going to take it. So I have no idea what's inside of these drives, but I'm expecting either an Iron Wolf, an Exos, or a Barracuda Pro. So my plan now is to unbox this, plug it into a computer, find out what's inside it and make sure everything's working before I start ripping open the case and getting the hard drive out from inside. So let's get unboxing. So we got some information leaflets, the actual drive itself, and in here should be all the cables and power adapters. USB 3 cable, power adapter, European, I don't want that, American, something else, something else, something else, and the British one. So, not much to the enclosure, got power and the USB 3 version of micro USB. Power adapter and cable. So I'm going to plug this into my computer now and we can see what type of drive is inside it. Alright, so I'm over here on my computer. I'm going to plug the drive in. So I'm going to open Crystal Disk Info. And it's showing us the information about the drive. Now the only information I really need here is the model number, which is here, which I can then search in Google. And it's actually a Iron Wolf Pro drive. If we check some prices here, and we can see it actually retails here for £380, which is almost double what I paid for this external drive. So I'm going to disconnect this and start taking the enclosure apart. So I've taken apart a few of these enclosures before. I don't really care if I'm that destructive with it, since I'm not going to be using the enclosure. Some enclosures can be a bit of a pain to open, but I'm just going to take a screwdriver to it. It should just come out with a little bit of assistance. These rubber dampeners. There it is. Just going to take off these little rubber dampeners. And peel off this foil tape. And I need a screwdriver. Yep, so it's just one screw holding in this little circuit board. That's it. So there it is, a nearly £400 hard drive for half the price. However, because this was sold as an external drive, you're not going to get the full warranty period that you would if you had bought this on its own. most of the price you pay for a standalone drive is for the warranty periods, in most cases. As I mentioned at the start of this video, because the 14TB drives I've got are bigger than my 12TB parity, one of these drives has to become my new parity drive. So like I did with replacing the data drives with the 12TB drives that I had, I'm going to do the same with the parity. So I need to shut down my array, and I'm now going to swap out the 12TB parity drive that's in there with this new 14TB drive. So now it's complaining about the disk missing, and I can go here and select the new 14TB. Close that. I haven't pre-cleared this drive or anything. I'm just going to kind of trust that it works. But you probably want to pre-clear it before adding it as your parity or adding any disk to an array. So I'm just going to scroll down and start the array. So the array is started. We got a warning. The parity is invalid because it's rebuilding it. We can see it's reading from all the drives and writing to the parity. And then down here, we get some more detailed information. So once this parity rebuild is done, I'm going to put the old 12TB drive that I took out into disk 2 and the other 14TB that I have into disk 1. If you like this or any of my previous other videos, I'm going to have plenty more like it coming up, so please subscribe if you haven't. If you have any questions about this or Unraid, or have any suggestions for other videos that I could do, anything that might interest you, please let me know. And that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching.